Hi, this is Dawn, the gluten-free eye. I apologize for the noise. I'm shooting a quick video in addition to my garden series. It's already September, so it's the end of the season for everything mostly that was planted. But I just thought this was a really interesting item in the garden that I just wanted to show you. So this is the leaves of the radish, which I believe is still past its growing season, and you can see the nice long stem. Haven't dug it up yet, but what's interesting about this radish is that this plant, if you can see it, if I move over here a little bit, this plant is flowering. There you go. So here are the leaves. The wind is blowing it, so I just wanted to make sure I can stable it so you can get a good look at the flowers on it. So I believe that this is where the seeds are going to come from, so that we can actually plant the radish next year, so that we can harvest them in the spring. But as you can see, this one has a nice big hardy leaves. This is one of the maple trees. The leaves just blew over from a maple tree and landed in this pot. So now we have a mini maple tree. And then over here across is the illustrious sweet potato plant. And here are all of its leaves in its splendor and glory. Again, growing up the side of the balcony. But as you can see, we're trying to hold out from the harvest to see what the flowers look like for this plant. And here is the second maple tree plant. Again, the same scenario. One of the seeds blew off, and here we are. So here's the sage, the remaining of the sage. I'm probably going to dry it out and then use the grinder. Here is some more parsley. And this is the sunflower plant that is actually still flowering despite the time of year. So I'm going to take you across here. The lavender plant, we cut it back, as you can see, and it seems to be rejuvenating itself. And the tomato plants are entering its swan song. It's almost the end of season, but as you can see from the video, there are still a lot of tomato plants here to go. And back here is the basil, which is flowering, but I'm going to see if I can get some seeds from out of this. And I'm going to see if I can, again, dry this, and sorry about the finger inside, and put this out to harvest. Now, this is interesting. Somehow we ended up with this pepper plant growing, and we don't know how or why, but he seems to have gotten these little interesting things on him. So we're going to have to look him up and figure out what's going on with him, because he's definitely weak and there's nothing growing on him. And again, this is another tomato plant, still flowering and bringing tomatoes up to the forefront. And here we have another pepper plant, and as you can see, these peppers are in fact in full bloom on this plant. They're not going anywhere. They're just growing like crazy. I see this plant is blooming. It's got some flowers on them down there, but I'm not exactly sure if he's going to give more peppers. And the same thing for this plant. So here is another radish plant, and as you can see from this one, the leaves are nice and big and healthy, and it's got a really, I'm sorry about all these weird camera angles. I'm trying to get a nice view in here for you. So it's got these really beautiful leaves, and it's kind of sort of stick at the stalk. Okay, so let me just move this over so you can see it's going to be quite a big radish. I will try to show it to you when I pull it up. And here we have my second sweet potato plant that's grown in with some mint. We have some more mint over here. And I forgot what this is. It's like a something balm. Like I think it's a lemon balm plant. And as you can see, it is beautiful and it is thriving. And this is another pepper plant that just sprung up from peppers that we had years ago and in the pot, and it's doing absolutely nothing as far as getting plants, seeds, and growing, you know, the peppers. And here, if you can see it in here, these little things sticking out, these are chives that are growing. So it's kind of like a hodgepodge thing, mismatch, grooming, glowing. And this is thyme. And everything in this garden was grown in pots. Oh, I fibbed. There is another pepper coming on here. Let's see if I can get it without the leaf. So here we are. There is a pepper growing right here. So I hope you enjoy the last of the summer garden, and I'll put some pictures up for you to watch. Thank you.